We started the journey as 4 individuals. After Vancouver, something just gelled. Myself, Stu, Bruce and Joel, we had something extra. Everything that we did together was about being a better team. I think coming into the games, we always knew that we were medal potential. The preparation in the summer was going really well. And then on the 13th of July, we were jumping over hurdles. And on the last rep of the day, I jumped over the hurdles and my Achilles decided to explode as I landed. Luckily, the doctor from EIS who had been working with us had been to a seminar with Professor Gordon Mackay up in Glasgow, who had sort of developed this new procedure. It was a no-brainer for me. Have a standard procedure and you're not going to the games, or you try this and you've got 50% chance of making it. It was a case then of, right, what do I need to do? And ultimately, I just need to get to an Olympics. By the time we came to Sochi, we were the best team in that Olympic Games by far, and everybody knew it because we worked as a unit. Even though I was still not firing on all cylinders, we were getting the results that we needed to. We were slowly just picking people off, and we knew we had good pace. Our last run, it was a good run, and I quickly got a glimpse of the time as we flew underneath the sort of finish clock. I thought, that's quick. I actually thought we'd done enough to win a medal at that point. I think we were happy with the result, that we couldn't do anything more. There's no point getting beat up that we didn't get to stand on the Olympic podium, because that opportunity was never there because we finished 5th. I think about 2 weeks after I announced my retirement in 2016, that's when all of the news about the McLaren report came out and how there'd been this mass doping program within Russia. But the process of them appealing the appeals, it just seemed to go on forever. I remember being in the office at work and I hadn't taken my phone with me. When I come back, my phone, it had messages, it had missed calls. And as I picked up my phone, my wife rang. She was the one that told me that we got the medal. And I remember having this sort of emotional release. It was happiness, it was joy. I just couldn't speak to her. I sat and cried at my desk. So we eventually received our medal at the Team GB ball in the back end of 2019, and it was presented to us by Princess Anne. It was nice actually to receive it in front of other Olympians and obviously sponsors as well. I think there's always been a little bit of a thinking, what have we missed out on? Initially might there have been chances for us or even for the sport to bring in more sponsors, more funding, but it's also about the other nations that needed a top 8 or a top 10 to secure funding. Those people lost that ability for funding, and some might have had to retire because of that at that particular point. It's about the whole bigger picture of the survival of a sport or a country's ability to compete in that sport. I think for me, and my legacy of what I wanted to leave behind was, I think, a level of professionalism. You're always willing to be there and be tested at any point. It's just part of what we do as athletes and what is required from us.